Hey, what's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to Tuesday Nights Live on Auto Transport Intel. My name is Jay. I'm your host. You know, my goal every Tuesday night is to bring you another trade show level business presentation to you wherever you are, because your automotive business deserves the latest in transportation news. And if you're busy, and I know you are, in a minute I'm going to give the welcome information, and you'll be able to click ahead in the time codes below. You'll see the time codes in the description. Please just remember to leave a comment or a like. Please share, tell your friends. Thanks for watching ATI. A growing business relies on a management system. For auto transport brokers, that's a CRM. And when a system you've used for years suddenly disappears, fear should not be taking the wheel. So tonight we're featuring ProABD CRM. It's for auto transport businesses. It's a system you can move with. Meet Mark Groteke, founder of SuperFlo Systems, Ashley Poynter, webinar instruction and details, Cheli Garcia, she does onboarding and new user questions. Emma Pearl is with us from Super Dispatch and Business Integration. Justin Barron, Alexander Pelka with All American Truck and Transport, and Travis with iRelo. So please join the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, grow your business, because it's Tuesday Nights Live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Welcome back to the show. What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for taking the time on a Tuesday night. Welcome back to Tuesday Nights Live on Auto Transport Intel. My name is Jay. I'm your host. Please do let me know if the audio's okay. All right, as promised, I said, oh, and there it is. I just left it all up there, so we'll just read it together. First of all, I want you to feel welcome. Please do feel welcome. Please do say hello in the live chat. We've got industry news coming up at the quarter hour. That's front of the store, back of the store, social media news, and a little bit of banter. Because I think it's no secret that the topic of the show, the meaning of the show, the purpose of the show, we don't have much time. We have a very little time to help those that are being brushed out to the end of the sidewalk. So we want to help. And to do that, we got some industry news leading into a conversation with Mark Groteke of SuperFlo Systems, and we're going to then continue that conversation with some details and instructional webinar style info with Ashley and Cheli. We're going to keep that conversation going with business integration with Emma of Super Dispatch, Justin and Alex of All American Truck and Transport. And if that wasn't enough, we have the deck stacked, because we have Travis to tell us what to do with ProABD and those new leads that you've got. Yes, the broker vertical is in session tonight, but as we like to point out, if you're growing your business and you're getting customer leads, you need a system to do that with. And one of those systems is going away. And so we need to let you know what to do about it. Do me a favor. Go ahead and jump in here. Please do. Leave a like. Thank you so much. Click share. Click copy. Grab that YouTube link and send it to somebody that doesn't know what to do. Their head is spinning. They think they're being pushed into yet another possible maybe. Why do you have to go ahead and do that? And if you're just lost, what is going on here, Jay? Go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, become an ATI insider, find out how Auto Transport Intel can benefit you. Do me a favor, stick around, go into the live chat right after this because I want to talk to you. We'll be right back. Is your current vehicle imaging process producing inconsistent images? Frustrating? Time-consuming? At the mercy of another vendor's schedule? Well, it doesn't have to be. Black Widow Imaging provides a simple system to capture high-quality images of your vehicles in seconds. Simply align the driver's side tire with the floor stripe. Stop on the floor plate to scan your vehicle code and capture the exterior images. It's that easy. It's also equipped with an interactive 360-degree interior camera option so your customers don't miss any details. The results are fast, consistent 4K images that are delivered to your website in minutes. Let us show you how easy the imaging process can be anywhere in the supply chain. Visit blackwidowimaging.com to schedule a live demo. Black Widow Imaging provides high-resolution 4K images for OEMs, auctions, dealers, rail, port, fleet, insurance, transportation, and more. Schedule your live demo at blackwidowimaging.com and capture more business. The links are in the live chat. Please do jump in the live chat and say hello. Please do ring that super chat cowbell. Thank you so much, Ty. From Cars on the Move, ATI to the Moon. Ty's going to be up in here in about 40 minutes-ish and help me introduce Mark. As you know, Ty is my co-host on Fridays. Can't say enough great stuff about Ty. Let's go, hey Ty, let's do this. Let's see who got in here first. Oh, it was John Cochran. Good evening all. What's up, John? Kimberly's here. Welcome to Tuesday Nights Live. Let us know if it's your first time here. Mark is here. Is this where you find your jTracker alternative? Super Dispatch is here. Hey, ATI gang, Ben at Super Dispatch. What's up? Carlos Braxton, ACB Logistics in the house. By the way, how's that audio? Mic check 1, 2, 3. Looked a little hot, but I think it's okay. Mic check. You know, if you've been here, you know how this is. I'm always checking the audio. James, hey, I'm looking for anything other than bats. Wow, James, welcome. That's fantastic. Super Dispatch, nice to see you. Ty, Mark, John, Jackie Williams, excited from Houston. What's up? Or is it Jock? Cheli is here. She's going to be on the show. Let's see. Joe Burkar is here. What's up, Joe? We've been talking about you, Joe. James M., I'm here to see if I can find an easy CRM so we don't have to give a penny to bats. Wow. Wow. Well, there's more in store. If you, let me just say it right now. If you, and I'm going to try not to name names as often as possible, but if you have had it, and you just, you know, you've had it, this is the show. This is your last chance to grab that YouTube link, click share, click copy, send it to a friend, because you can sound off, this is the place. And it's not, here's the thing is, yeah, we're live right now, but this show's going to be here forever. So if you've got some grievance or laundry to hang on the line in public, this is the time. Hey, James, ProABD would be for the CM for you. There we go. From Affordable Transport Solutions, Daryl is here. Candy's here from Florida. The audio's good. Awesome. Joe at Car Shipper is here. Cool. That's so cool. Thank you guys so much for saying hello. And as I said in the live chat, go ahead and promote your business, promote your company. Let us know who you are, what you're looking for, and feel free to shine a light on the details of what you're looking for in a CRM. By the way, does anybody have a question? How about this? What's the difference between a TMS and a CRM? Do you have that question? We want to talk about it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Super Dispatch. A huge thank you and happy holidays to the ATI community, as well as the carriers, shippers, brokers, and technology platforms working together to help push the auto transport industry into a better future. Thank you so much, Super Dispatch. And well said. That is the goal of the show tonight. We are pushing forward. We are moving forward. We want you to move with ProABD. No need to go backwards. We all open the mail from time to time, and we get that. I should have had an envelope ready. And you're opening the envelope, and it's really, really bad news. Well, there are many brokers that opened such an envelope earlier this month and got really, really bad news. That their system that they relied upon to do their business was going away at the end of the month. Well, you know what? There's no need for that. Don't panic. Don't let fear take the wheel. Move with ProABD CRM. We got you. We got you. We hear you. And we want you to sound off in the live chat. That is so cool. Em is in the live chat. Say hello to her. What is the difference between a TMS and a CRM? There's somebody right now. I know there's somebody out there right now that doesn't know the difference. And I'll just say this. TMS, right, if you're on the transporting side and you're managing all the loads you're moving and sending them to your app and sending them back to the office, you're probably using a TMS. But if you're managing customer leads and you're looking for carriers to move those leads, you're probably a broker using a CRM. Now, it just so happens that SuperFlo Systems has both a TMS and a CRM, and they want to help you let fear not take the wheel because you opened that letter earlier this month and you're freaking out. Don't freak out. Learn about ProABD. Watch the show tonight. I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do. Right after this, we're going to go into industry news. We still have a lot more to talk about.
The ACV Transportation team is always looking to expand our network to safe and reliable carriers. As an ACV carrier, there are many perks that allow us to become one of the fastest growing carrier partners in the nation. ACV carriers have access to our job board with thousands of new jobs listed every day. You do not need to pay for access, and every job listed is exclusive to our carrier partners. Interested in a job? While you stage a job on the job board, no other carriers have visibility to that job for 15 minutes, giving you the time to make the best decisions for your business. Get paid within 1 to 2 business days. Our jobs are exclusively dealer to dealer, which means no more walking in large auction lots to find the vehicle you're looking for. Be one of the thousands of carriers who grew their business in partnership with ACV.
Dealer transport, peace of mind. Carriers pick up, deliver, and get paid on time. Join the nationwide network at acvauctions.com/ATI and sign up with Carrier by ACV Transportation. The links are in the live chat. There's your doorway page. There's your email and phone number. Best way to get signed up is click on that acvauctions.com/ATI. Welcome back to Tuesday Nights Live. It's at the quarter hour. We're right on time. Let's go into industry news. Let's do this. So, yes, episode 221 in a row on a Tuesday night. Auto Transport Intel Tuesday Nights Live is happy to feature Move with ProABD CRM. Now, why are we talking about this? What is the timeline? Well, we're going to talk about that in a second, but we do want you to know, what is ProABD? ProABD is a comprehensive customer relations management software for the auto transport industry, specifically for auto transport brokers. And about in a half hour, we're going to crank up the information so you can find out more of what ProABD is all about. So we're letting you know. So if you do need to finish heating up that burrito or get parked, You know, I make it sound so easy. Yeah, Jay, I got about 40 things to do with my truck and trailer before I can sit down and watch your show. All right, I understand. I get it. Now, why is ProABD an upgrade from those other guys? Well, best auto quoter in the industry, email, templates, text messages, multiple loads. Mark is going to go into this in detail. Now, why are we talking about those other guys? Well, number one, SuperFlo Systems offers CRM, load board, auto quoter. Why go to several places when you can have it all in SuperFlo Systems? So this is what we've been talking about, right? This got sent out. This was the, I suppose this was the proverbial letter in the mail. And somebody saw this and said, oh my gosh, what are you guys talking about? Now, mind you, I believe that this is less than a month ago that this came out. All right? And then, you know, and then you go to page 2, and, oh, that's good news. Yeah, no cost? Great. Wait a minute, what's this? Wait, what'd you say? December 31st? Holy cow. Get out of town. Oh, and there's only one option? Oh, that's great news. So we've been talking about it, and ProABD's been holding webinars to try and you know, help those that are suddenly, you know, it's Jenga with the tabletop. Great. Okay, well, we're trying to help. Catch your Jenga pieces. And that's what we want to do here. We want to help you. In fact, there's another webinar. This is tomorrow, Wednesday, December 22nd, 4 p.m. Eastern. Get signed up. The link is... Hey, Mark, you have that link? Can you put the webinar link in the live chat? And Kimberly, can you help make sure that gets through? I don't think I thought I wanted to have it ready, but I didn't have it ready. Dang it. But the good news is the auto transport industry ecosystem, as we know it, as I've identified it, as I talk about every Tuesday night. OEMs, auctions, dealers, shippers, services, brokers, carriers, equipment, regulations, and loads. Well, tonight's show is going to focus on where services meets carriers, brokers, and shippers on behalf of auctions, dealers, and loads. Hopefully that works. You know, on Auto Transport Intel, yeah, we're gonna push you out of your comfort zone from the back of the store, the transport parking lot, to the front of the store where the vehicles are sold, and back and forth. Oh, hey, here we go. Here's some front of the store stuff. This is Don Brady and his co-driver from Charge Across America. Now, Don has been on the show. We met Don at Used Car Week. And Mike Landau, also with Charge Across America, he's been on the show as well. Check this out. Tonight, that's literally like tonight, like in 40 minutes, Charge Across America will premiere live on NBC Sports. Do not touch that dial. Yeah, so they've been promoting that, Charge Across America. It's actually on like TV. Yep, Charge Across America on NBC Sports, December 21st. And Park My Fleet is also a part of that, a big part of it. And so, yeah, in fact, if you're checking YouTube, go ahead and check on YouTube TV. There it is, NBC Sports, NBC SN. Charge Across America is on at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. Right before Caffeine and Octane. You're going to miss Field of Dreams. Okay, so that's Charge Across America. And there's going to be, I guess, there's more episodes. Tonight's the pilot, and then you can... Maybe that's all the same pilot episode. Not sure. But I think there's more than one episode. You know, on the EV agenda, New York, this is, I guess, part of it. New York becomes the largest city to ban new gas hookups. I know it's not automotive, but they're talking... the ban will apply to structures under 7 stories tall starting in 2024 and larger buildings in 2027. Ty's like, dude, you're pushing your luck. You're testing my patience. That's coming. Hey, shipping carriers are driving electric vehicle adoption. That's interesting. Or is it consumers? Or is it Tesla? But do send in your loads. I want to see. Are you hauling EV? Ty's like, come on, Jay! Hey, did you see this? The power of social media. You got truck drivers all over the U.S. against that 110-year sentence who are boycotting and will not enter the state of Colorado. I'm not sure what this guy's doing, though. Is he changing his mind, or is he just, hammered down? I'm not sure. But anyways, what are they protesting? Well, the woman on the left failed to stop for a school bus, resulting in the killing of 3 children, got 4 years in prison. The man on the right killed 4 people when the brakes on his semi went out, was unable to stop, and he got 110 years in prison. That blows, man. And people are talking about it. Really? The guy really got 110 years in prison? What about the owners? Who put him in the truck? Right. Perfect timing, Chris. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Oh, well. All right, hang on to your boots. Here we go. Let's see if we can do this. See if we can make this work. All right, so what are we going to do with this ordeal? Can you recommend any software, Jay? Well, much like the captain explained to Joey in the cockpit. Joey, you ever... Joey, you ever had to tell everybody that they're going to lose their management system within 30 days? And we're just going to push everything out to the edge of the sidewalk right around Christmas. Joey, you ever let everybody know that there's really only one possible way out of this death trap we've created? Joey... when you drive the bulldozer, you can take out the trash. Joey, you ever send Christmas cards? Okay, all right. All right, and this, the point is, some things there's no sugarcoating. Like this. Ty sent me this. Where your battery and your electric cars come from, and everyone's complaining. That's an actual working mine, by the way. So, to land this plane, let's see. Used vehicle battery caused week-long cargo ship fire. An electrical fault from an improperly disconnected battery in a used vehicle led to the fire aboard a cargo ship docked in Florida that resulted in $40 million worth of damage. Read that again. An electrical fault from an improperly disconnected battery. Wow. There's a page 2 on this. Watch this. The fire took over a week to extinguish. I think this is the one that we saw, earlier this year? Pretty sure. The Hogue Sheeman and its cargo of 2,420 used vehicles declared a total loss. Why again? An electrical fault of an improperly disconnected... Boy, this sure is going to be a lot to come. The NTSB concluded many of the vehicles loaded on the vessel had batteries that were not disconnected and secured in accordance with procedures. During loading operations, both the loading personnel and crew missed opportunities to address these hazards. Plus, the investigation showed the detection of the fire was delayed because the vessel's fire detection systems had not yet been reactivated, and response to the fire was delayed because the ship's master didn't immediately have available contact information to search and rescue authorities. Wow. Be that as it may, this is how you get your car shipping news. It's Tuesday Nights Live. It's on Auto Transport Intel. You can put it up on the big screen. And, all right, we're going to pull you out of this thing. Don't worry, I got you. All right, it is now time. It is time to play Are You a Car Shipping Guru? This is where you get to guess. We've got 5 questions. Never seen 4 questions. 5 new questions here on Tuesday Nights Live with Larry. Larry has the questions. I don't have the answers tonight. Join us on Thursday for the answer to question 1. Here we go. Brokers are required to have a blank process agent to receive documents on their behalf. Is it BOC3, UCR, insurance, or FMCSA? brokers are required to have a blank process agent. Interesting. So what is your guess? There you go. You can submit your answers. Click on dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry and submit your answers. I don't have the answers. I do have a guess, though. I'm almost positive. I never win this game, but I'm almost positive I got this one. All right. Going once. Going twice. Here we go. Question 2. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2018 Toyota RAV4 from Cincinnati, Ohio to Phoenix, Arizona? Is it $700, $915, $1,125, or $1,310? Look at those first question answers just popping. Now, that's the good thing about Larry. Not only does SuperFlo have ProABD CRM to get you through these tough times, and it's been around. We've got people on the show that are already using it. So it's not like it just started. But Larry also provides instant accurate quotes while you sleep. Go ahead and test him. Alexa, open Quotify. Make sure you enable the... What's the skill? Quotify, enable Quotify skill. Quotify. So what's the cost of this thing? Cincinnati to Arizona? Going south? It's a RAV4? I'm going to go with either $915 or $1,125. All right. I'll do $1,125 because that's the rate right now. That's the... Oh, Daryl and I were mind melding. Daryl, well done. All right, cool. I'm going with $1,125. Go ahead and put your answers in the live chat. Please do that. Make sure you join us on Thursday for the answers on Dispatching Live at 1 o'clock. Question 3. A broker is required to secure a surety bond in what amount prior to operating? 50 grand, 75 grand, 100, 125. In the live chat. Okay. Now, I'm not a broker. I think it's 100. I think it went up drastically from some 5-figure number to 100. That's what I think. I'm going to put 100K. That's what I think. Joe, I'm starting a new trend. Whenever I see this question, I will always respond with $1. That's for me, Joe, not you. You're worse than Silver Mint. All right, here we go. Question 4. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2021 Kia Carnival from Miami, Florida to Western Springs, Illinois? $680, $815, $995, $1,140, or $1. 75? Is it 75? I thought it was 100. Let's go back to that question. Oh, dang it. I never win this game. Well, I'm still going to guess. 2021 Kia Carnival. By the way, what is a 2021 Kia Carnival? I'm not familiar. Is it a sedan, SUV, or a tricycle? Keep it to yourself, Jay. 680, 815, Miami to Illinois. I want 995, but it could be 815. I'm going to put 815. Gary's got 995. See, Gary's a broker too. And he knew that, yeah. I will sell you that $1 for sure. All right, here we go. Question 5, Joe. What are the most common ways brokers obtain customers? Repeat business, purchase leads, organic website traffic, or all of the above? It does say most common ways. So, yeah, I'm going to go with all the above. Most common ways. Go ahead and put that in the live chat. Perfect. We're just past the 30-minute mark, and man, are we having fun. Be sure to go ahead and go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, become an ATI insider, talk to Ty, let us know how we can help you. Are you lost in car shipping? Do you need some help? Maybe you just want to get something off your chest and rant. Well, I'll tell you what, that's the place. So stick around, because right after this, we've got the second half of industry news. You don't want to miss it.
Are you completely stressed out from all the calls and contacts and verification of codes and nobody answers the phone? Call Murphy Auto Dispatch Services today. Murphy Auto Dispatch Services has over 50 years of experience in the transport industry. We are your office when you are on the road. We book, verify, and fill out your loads for you. We have an excellent accounting staff and even better dispatching. Give us a call today at 417-276-0021. If you want to email, it's Murphy Auto Transport 39@yahoo.com. Give us a call today.
Need help staying loaded or moving a car? That's the voice of Sue. She runs a dispatch office. She's a fully licensed broker. My co-host on Thursday's Dispatching Live. Visit murphyautotransportservices.com. Information in the live chat. Thank you so much. Here we go. Second half of industry news. EV startup Rivian to build a $5 billion plant in Georgia. The new plant will employ more than 7,500 people, scheduled to open in 2024, and will eventually build 400,000 vehicles a year. Now, I don't know if you heard this on Automotive News, but they're a little behind right now, though. And they just posted their first quarter, pretty big loss. But, you know, starting an OEM, it's not easy. Michigan lawmakers approve a $1 billion incentive fund to attract new plants. Shoot. Could be built in the Lansing area. Why not? Man, such a push. In fact, did you see this joint venture to speed up Hyundai Glovis' auto shipping business in Europe? Hyundai Glovis said it set up a joint venture with German shipping company BLG Logistics in the port city of Bremen. That's north side of Germany. It'll be the first among 11 major auto shippers in the world to have a private loading space in the northern German city of Bremen. Bremen is a hub. An annual average of 200,000 cars being exported and imported there over the past 3 years. Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Volkswagen. Bremen can be said to be the heart of the global car shipping business. And this shows the significance of the venture. Name that city in Germany. It's a port. It's common. Oh, we'll skip the timer. Okay, we'll keep going. Bremen. Bright Drop deliveries begin. Chevy Bolt deliveries delayed. General Motors division devoted to making package deliveries that are battery powered rather than diesel powered. There's two. Hey, Ty, good news. There's two versions of the EV delivery truck. Self-driving trucks. Oh, just when you thought. Self-driving truck company Aurora launches a pilot with Uber Freight. Yeah, but Jay, what are we talking about? 2050? Oh, 2023? Oh. All right then. DHL orders 100 self-driving U.S. trucks from Too Simple and Navistar, targeted for 2024 production. Startup Canoe will build radical EVs in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Ain't she a beaut? Send me the photos of you loading that. That we want to see. Florida threatens to suspend Carvana dealer's license. The online used car retailer has until January 31st to submit title applications for all vehicles sold before December 1st. Ouch. Wow. The TNR department's going to be busy over the holiday weekend. The email reporting included a spreadsheet showing 300 Carvana vehicle sales dating to 2019 that had not had their titles transferred, including more than 100 in Florida. State law requires retailers to apply for a title within 30 days of completing the sale. But where there's a will, there's a Band-Aid. According to the WFLA, or whatever that is, in relation, nice journalism there, Jay. Carvana settled with Florida regulators this year over previous complaints about undelivered titles. The company agreed to pay a whopping $500 to each of the 12 customers who had waited between 3 and 8 months. Joey, you ever have to shell out small amounts of money for a real long pain in the... okay. Oh, why not? Carvana debuts next day, online delivery in Maine. Shoot. Heck yeah. Look, read this. This is so funny. Carvana is now offering as soon as next day touchless home delivery to residents of the Portland and Lewiston, Maine areas. Customers can shop more than 55,000 used cars for sale, secure auto financing, use a digital car loan calculator, and purchase trade-in, and schedule as soon as next day vehicle delivery in as little as 5 minutes. Vehicle and delivery as little as 5 minutes? Heck yeah! That's coming! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they can receive an offer in as little as 5 minutes. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry about that. My bad. And if you haven't had enough fun tonight, go to TeslaMotorsClub.com. That's it. TeslaMotorsClub.com and read about everybody that doesn't have a car. Since we kept... This is real. Since we have kept pushing... why would you be a member for like over 5 years? Just get a different car. But anyways, since we have kept getting pushed now to like February it seems, we've had a hard time with just one car. Picked up a temporary Model 3 and have to say it's kind of fun. It's a fun little car. Got a decent deal. It has enhanced autopilot, which wasn't priced in, and whomever had it last, before Carvana really took care of it. Wait a minute. If you're blogging about a car you don't have, and you're mentioning other places you can get a car, dude, I'd say go somewhere else and get a car. It's just a thought. I'm speculating. Look at this. Man, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. Looking forward to an awesome 2022. Thank you so much, Mark Groteke. SuperFlo Systems in the house. Mark is the feature of the show tonight and also a supporter and contributor. Thank you so much. We are having quite a good time. Just go ahead and get that eggnog going because we got more. Here also on TeslaMotorsClub.com, this guy says, I refused my delivery. First it was delayed due to a broken windshield. Took a week, then I showed up at the appointment time. But no one told me it was again pushed back for an hour and a half. Apparently the door handle wasn't functioning properly, so they made me wait even longer. Finally, they pulled the car out. I found a bunch of paint issues. Some paint already peeled off. One dent, they did a terrible touch-up job, which I suspect was damaged during windshield repair. Dude. But you know why? Why not blog about it? Shoot, yeah. Why drive a car when you can blog? And this is fascinating, Ty. This one's for you, buddy. Ford is looking at $1 billion with a B in commercial charging revenue by 2030. Is it an OEM or a utility company? I'm just asking. The buy-sell frenzy is set to continue into 2022. You thought 2021 was crazy. Hold on to your blog. And this is how we know we're in good hands. The Biden administration unveils a plan for helping fleets with driver recruitment and retention because nobody knows trucking like the Biden Supply Chain Disruption Task Force. He said it wasn't that kind of show, Jay. I know. But I mean, low-hanging fruit's low-hanging. The future is electric. U.S. sets out plan for 500,000 new EV charging points. Actually, that will help. But the picture of Kamala really... That's all right. All right. It's okay. Hey, what are we going to do about this ordeal? The question still remains. Well, you can join us tonight on Auto Transport Intel. We can talk more about it, get you ready for your webinar tomorrow. We're going to show you the dashboard. We're going to show you how to manage a quote, shipper information, transport information, and more. Even, hey, quit dispatching to unknown bang hangs. Huh? Go to mcprocheck.com. It's integrated in your system. And don't forget, we start 1 hour earlier next year. Don't be showing up late. Tuesday Nights Live starts at 7 Central in January. Am I ready? Not really. Not really, but I got to do it. I got to help my East Coast friends. DOT compliance is every Wednesday at noon. Find out how we doing. Did you load that correctly? Are you sure? Dispatching Live, that's on Thursdays at noon. Load board search advice. Book it, Dano. I wouldn't ask any questions. Just go get it. Cars on the Move on Fridays, dealers, auctions, and carriers. That's with Ty. And we had a special guest. Oh, man, we had a great show. There's Michelle from Ship Your Car Now. Holiday Transport Prep. If you missed it, check that out. That was a great show. We had automotive trade shows last Tuesday night. That was a great show. I know, Jay, you always say that. But look at this list of trade shows. It said there's, in fact, on the show, below that show, here, I'll tell you what, I'll put it right here. If you go to, if you click here, I'm going to give you the link, and you can click and watch automotive trade shows, and in the description, this show, in the description of that show, aka this show, in the live chat, I think YouTube stripped it out. Oh, good. Okay, good. You can get the list of trade shows. Pretty cool. This is the Car Shipping Business Channel. My name is Jay. I'm your host. And, yeah, man, we still have plenty more fun ahead of us. So here's what I'm going to do. Stick around, because after this, we're going to be live with Ty. We're going to talk about Mark right in front of him. And then we're going to bring him in. And then we're going to bring in, man, we've got Ashley and Cheli and Emma, Justin, Alex, Travis. There's so much more show ahead. We're not even halfway done. Stick around. We'll be right back after this.
How much time are you spending manually pricing out leads every day that are coming in 24/7? Can you really afford to be pricing all day and night? Time is money in the auto transport business. Everyone knows how crucial it is to respond as fast as you can with an accurate quote. Usually the customer is right in front of their computer, and there's no better moment than in the moment, or right now. All potential customers can now get an instant, accurate quote at your website and book the job right then and there. Sound too good to be true? I bet you're thinking, I can't trust an auto quoter to price my jobs. Think again. Transport Auto Quoter is by far the leading auto quoting software on the market, and the only auto quoter with a pro version that comes preset with accurate pricing for anywhere in the US. So you don't have to worry about it. With our easy-to-use cloud-based interface and pre-scripted plugins to sites like uship.com and the Quotes TR platform, you can customize real-time routes and pricing with just a simple click of your mouse. The best part is that no change with your current software is needed. Just plug TAQ in and start booking jobs. Carriers can easily plug TAQ into their current websites and start making money right away. I bet you're wondering how we do this instantly and accurately 24/7. Well, constant analytics is the key. Our PriceWatch team is constantly monitoring current market conditions, paying close attention to seasonal and quick-moving industry changes. At the end of the day, it takes a lot of time and data to maintain good pricing, time that most of us just don't have on a daily basis. So free yourself up. Using TAQ Pro is really a no-brainer. Save time and money, maximizing your leads and optimizing your online investments. You'll finally be able to sleep well at night knowing that TAQ is on the job selling for you 24/7. Never missing a potential job.
Do you need an auto shipping quote? Provide instant, accurate quotes online with Transport Auto Quoter by SuperFlo Systems. Visit transportautoquoter.com. We got links in the live chat. Hey, Brian, Merry Christmas. What's going on with you? Thanks for tuning in. I do want to try to, here, I'll tell you what, put it on the live chat. And I do want to try to find that, that webinar link. Let's see here. It should be in my LinkedIn folder because I was sharing a link for the webinar, and I want to find it. And let's see. Oh, here. Okay. Yep. Okay. This should be it. Let me get this, and then we'll get Ty in here. Okay. Yes. The webinar tomorrow. Webinar tomorrow. Here it is. There's the link right there. Awesome. So you have it in the live chat. Songs very enticing. Excellent. Sounds, songs. I'm going to go with songs for 200. All right. Thank you so much for saying hello in the live chat, by the way, Gerard. Thank you very much. And let us know, Gerard, I'm curious what do you know, or what are you looking for with auto transport broker software? Very curious. Okay, Ty, here he is. He's here with us. The one, the only, Mr. Merry Christmas. Hey, what's
Jay.
up, Ty? Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you? I've been watching your show tonight. It's been pretty entertaining, really. I like the back and forth with this CRM stuff. You know, you're talking about CRM tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what CRM is again.
So CRM, I believe.
Customer.
See, I've said customer relations management, but I think one of those words is wrong. But it's basically a system. Instead of using sticky notes, right? You get a phone call. Hey, Ty, I need you to move 4. 2 are at Kansas City, 2 are at St. Louis. And you get out your sticky notes. Here you are. And you're like, okay, all right. So I got 2 in KC, and you stick that on the desk, right? And then your phone rings again. Hey, Ty, by the way, listen. The 2 in KC need to go to Dallas. 1 of the St. Louis goes to Memphis, and 1 of them goes to Arkansas. Okay, and you're like, okay, so I'm going to get that sticky back, and I'm going to update that stuff. Okay, all right, I got it. And then anyway, you get the point. Instead of these sticky notes, you just, you have a system that you can manage with information.
Yeah. Well, so I was thinking about it. I thought, what do you need this for? So you're coming at it from the angle of like a logistics. It helps manage your logistics. I was thinking from the perspective of a client base, right? Because I'm a get your own customer kind of guy. So I could see the advantage of having a client base that I know their name, I know the lady that pays the bills, I know the fax number, the email, I know their birthdays. So when I hear customer relations, I kind of think more along that line versus the logistics part of it. But you're saying that most CRMs also contain the logistics aspect as well. Is that what you're saying?
I love that. I love your question and the suspense.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Because
so the next question I have is,
Yeah.
how many of these are there out there? Because I
Man.
heard you say
Great
jTracker. I
question.
heard you say bats. Well, you didn't say jTracker. I saw it. But there's jTracker and bats. And somebody in the live chat's like, I'm not giving any money to bats. So bats must not be maybe geared towards car haulers. Is that right?
And I like, so what is a CRM versus TMS, and how many CRMs are there? So I'm writing these notes because I'm not the expert, and I could speculate, take a shot at the answer, but we're going to let the professionals, our guests tonight, answer and opine on that information. But what I will say is this, since it's just me and you speculating live, what happened was, in that bad news that came less than a month ago, they are telling you and us that there's only one place to go. Number one, we're dropping you, like yesterday's news, and we can, because we were on the bulldozers. And now that we've done that, we're just, go ahead and start pushing your stuff to the end of the sidewalk, because we're doing that. Now that we've got you at the end of the sidewalk, we're telling you where to go next, and that's it. That's it.
Well, I think So here's something interesting. I saw the name, so I can say the name, and I'm a guest, right? And I'm not going to be mean, but
yeah, you're
let's
my
say
guest. Yep.
it's jTracker. That's what I think we're talking about, which is owned by Cox Mannheim or whoever they are. And one of the things that I'm thinking of is I suspect, I don't know, but I suspect that this Cox Mannheim is about making money. So I'm starting to wonder how many subscribers did they have to this jTracker and what kind of revenue are they generating? And then when they compare it side by side to Central Dispatch, let's get rid of this because it's not making this kind of money. That's just a guess. I don't know.
It's a really good guess, and we don't have the answers, and we are speculating, and we welcome you. We welcome you to speculate in the live chat on our behalf, because we are trying to run, this is a reputable joint.
Oh,
right?
Wait a minute. You're saying jTracker's attached to Central Dispatch? Are they somehow together?
See, I'm not saying
so I'm like, I don't think dealers use jTracker. I'm having a hard time thinking dealers use anything.
Well, and this
except a phone or a text.
This might be why the hide the ball game works so well, because we're not even telling. I honestly don't know. I didn't know they were related. I didn't actually. Here's what I didn't know. I'm just gonna say this. I did not know, based on that information that I read, I didn't know Central Dispatch had the authority to even do this. I had no idea. That's another confusing thing. I didn't know that Central Dispatch could tell jTracker what to do, but apparently they can. I don't know.
That makes you wonder if there's some kind of a connection.
And hit a buzzer. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
Where's the siren? We need the siren. That's
yeah.
Get
Let's
the
do that too. Because I swear I don't even. That's the thing. On its face, I do not understand how one entity is telling another entity to do. But I think that's the thing. When you've got all the toys mixed together in one bathtub, hey man, Rubber Ducky can tell the whatever to do. That's where we're at. I don't know. Here's is Jay talking about?
Here's what I know. Everybody calm down.
Frustrated.
Calm down. Everybody just calm down. Okay, calm down.
Yes.
Okay, here's what we know. Let's start with what we know. Okay, that's always a safe place. The safe thing that we know for sure is that if you're watching this now, live or on demand, you're okay here because we don't know either, right? So we're all trying to figure out together, right? So this is ATI, the platform. The safe place for us to all come together collectively to try to figure this out, which, by the way, the community here is amazing. I've been in the live chat all night. I'm telling you what, we really do have an amazing community. And even though we don't know the answer to the magic question, we should throw this on Larry. Larry probably could figure it out.
I
bet Larry knows the answer to this.
Well, Larry probably does know the answer. That's the thing is, it's kind of, you just made me think of, we did the show Beyond the Fuel Island. Actually, that's what ATI is. We're taking this beyond the fuel island. Why speculate about it?
Well, I'm not a technology guy, and I appreciate you having me on, but here's the reality.
That's what's great.
You really do need technology. When I had my trucks, believe it or not, we had technology. It was just old. So there is value. I can see a tremendous value, and there's a cost associated with this. I don't know what, any of these CRMs cost on a monthly basis, but obviously there's a cost associated with it. There's a benefit. There's a need. So I'm happy that we are connected to, in our community, a guy named Mark Groteke. And Mark is with SuperFlo and ProABD. And it's because we have this awesome community that when we have this mystery pop up that nobody knows the answer to, no worries, gang. We got you covered, right? We're covered. There you go.
And so, following Ty's lead, here we go. We now have, live on stage, Mark Groteke with SuperFlo Systems. He's the founder, and he is here and ready to tell us more. Mark, can you see me and hear me okay? I see you, but I don't hear you. And it's okay. It's okay. these things do happen. And actually, what I know Mark, well, and I know Mark's frustrated about, is Mark has got a new system, and when you set up a new system, and you got to check the audio and check the video twice, and you got to check your list and find out who's been naughty or nice, and then you've got conflicting CRM. By the way, I tell you what, honestly, I didn't know. See, and I see Candy's get tapping, and Joe's hitting on it too. The thing is, I didn't know that Central owned jTracker. They are different. Central's where you go to get loads booked and move that into your TMS or mobile app. jTracker is a CRM that allows you to post to Central Dispatch Load Board. So they're not the same. Central doesn't, and that's why Central doesn't replace jTracker, because now that Central's pushed jTracker to the edge of the dance floor,
who owns jTracker? Who owns jTracker?
Well, you already said it. The big.
We sure about that?
Well, we'd be speculating, but now Central's saying, "Hey, Bats, come dance, come to the dance floor." We're not dancing with that old dancer anymore. We're dancing with you now. The thing
Mark,
is, that's fine. You can dance
audio?
with whoever you want. Check. You can dance with whoever you want, but do we really only get 30 days?
Yeah, that's all you get.
Right? So call in. Hey, Mark, do that call in. Oh, he's called in? Well, shoot, man. Maybe it's on my end. Do I need to, let's see. Oh, let's do this. Here we go. Here comes the phone.
Damn it.
There we go. Hey, you know what? I just want to say this is that if you've been watching, anybody that's been watching this show, I'm on episode 221. Do you know how many I fouled up the audio? Seriously.
6.
Dude.
Maybe 7.
I wish it was 6.
Those were the 2 I was on, though.
I wish it was 7. I wish it was. All right, here we have Mark is with us, and he's double checking. Yeah, I think he's good. So Mark, you can see us in here.
Yeah, got
it.
Got my speaker off.
All right,
so
got it.
Should be good.
So let's do this. It is 8:58. If you're just joining now, no problem at all. We're going to talk about ProABD CRM.
Hi.
Yeah, Mark is happy to be here. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Mark,
I am happy to be here.
Mark,
You've
please.
got so much content. Like tonight is like just, I was like writing notes. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much there. And fear should not take the wheel. That's right. And I think people are a little nervous right now. And
fear should not take the wheel.
Yeah,
so Mark,
your other one brushed out to the sidewalk. Your other one, Jay.
Right?
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead, Ty. Sorry.
So you're the technology expert, right? Tonight?
I hope so. Yeah.
You are.
Tonight I am.
We got you.
Yep.
Well, so what do you know about who owns jTracker?
Cox, Central Dispatch, the whole Cox Automotive group. It's a Cox product.
So, okay. So
and jTracker does work right in line with Central Dispatch, or up until the 31st it's going to. So when somebody posts a load, they push the button, push it to Central. They have the connection straight in, which they would never give to anybody else. And everybody else, all the other CRMs and platforms had to, even proprietary software that people had to develop the ways to push it over. They give the CRMs an email process to post a load. We do a little different than that, and it's a lot faster, and it doesn't confuse. If you have a lot of loads coming in that email server at a time, things get out of sequence. So if you have 2 commands coming in at the same time, they get out of sequence, and some disadvantage with not having the connection. Central jTracker never really shared. Central Dispatch still doesn't have APIs. They still don't have an API that they can offer somebody to post loads. And in today's technology, that would help a lot of companies out, not just us, but a lot of companies.
Now you said something that caught my attention. There's other CRMs, so I'm not the technology guy, but so far I've heard of 3: jTracker, BATS, and ProABD.
Yep. So there are a few others. CarShip.io is knocking on people's door, trying to get new business. And Travis, when he comes on, I apologize. I don't know the exact way to say Chrontonic or.
I've heard of that. I don't know what that is.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Ty.
But yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Chronetic.
Hey, Jay.
It's like that.
Ty, go Ty.
Do you know your green box? When I'm talking, it comes to me. So when Mark's talking, the green box goes to his phone.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're staying on a 3-shot.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were on the 3-shot. I was getting ready to pick my nose.
All right, we're staying on the 3-shot, but thank you.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah.
No, I like it.
Okay, Mark. So how many are there?
So you got BATS, ProABD, jTracker, CarShip.io, Chronetic, we're thinking. And is there any other? This is really good. This is actually really good.
CarrierSoft is. I've not heard too much about them. Megabee, yeah, I think they're still around. I've not heard anybody mention them for a while, so kind of interesting. But
Justin has Chronetic, Chronetic. Okay, that's good, man. That's good stuff. Okay, so those are all the flavors of ice cream.
What we just lost 5 or 6.
We got to 6.
6. So that means there could be more, but we'll go with 6 for sure. And these are, I'm assuming these are car hauler specific. Is that fair, Mark, or not fair?
So the CRM is not necessary. It's not for the car hauler. The car hauler maybe winds up with the product that the CRM pushes out. But the CRM is for the auto transport shipper. So a broker, could be a dealer, could be an auto auction. So somebody who needs to take an order from somebody and make it available to the car hauler, who can then have that load be assigned to them and then pick it up. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe the reason they're getting rid of it is because they've got Ready Logistics.
But Ready doesn't have a CRM, do they?
Ready is more of a load board. So that they have Ready Logistics. If you bought a car at Mannheim Auto Auction and you're the dealer and you say, I'm going to let Ready pick this up for me and bring it to me, because that's what they do. So Ready takes that order from the dealership and picks it up. Ready has more of a TMS than a CRM.
No, I think we just bypassed the brokers, what we did, because the jTracker, you're saying you need the jTracker because it has what?
Somebody has to foster the lead. And this is where inventory management software also comes into play, because if you're a dealer, you might use auction inventory management software, and then therefore you never have a broker CRM outside of your dealer software. Is that true, Mark?
I apologize. Could you say that again?
Know, right? Yeah. Throw out a snagglepuss and then, is that right? So I think.
Say it again. I was distracted.
That's okay. So dealers, they have a lead management software at their dealership, their dealer software, and they may never use an outside broker CRM to manage the transportation of that vehicle because they have a different system.
So their lead system is somebody who's going to purchase a car. That is their lead system, and their CRM, and they need to manage those customers. The customer relationship management system, CRM, the dealership needs to manage their customer. Their customer is the one making the purchase of the automobile. Now, they could use a CRM, like ProABD. They can use that. They can use a TMS like Dispatch Center, Ready, or Renredi's a little bit more than just a TMS, and then Super Dispatch has a TMS. So somebody who has the order already, I'm at an auto auction, I purchased 10 vehicles. Here's 10 VINs, go pick them up. That person could utilize a TMS. So I have the order, here it is, go post it, dispatch it to a truck that can take care of that for me, and then give me the details in the end. Other than that, the CRM helps you get the order, and not at an auto auction where the order, you already have the order, you already know what you're picking up. The CRM helps you from a lead, like Travis at iRelo, and he's going to talk about leads, and a lead coming in to a CRM, and then it's managed, hopefully, to an order. So it's a lead which doesn't have a price. Somebody wants a quote to ship their car from here to there. And the thing about interesting, Ty, that you're like the I want to get my customer.
This is hard, but it's good. Keep going.
Yeah. So the mom and dad go down to Florida for the winter. They're going down and they're going to come back in the spring. That's hard for a auto transport broker to capture that customer by themselves. So they need somebody like Travis who they can buy a lead from. Mom and dad need to ship their car. They need to hook up with somebody to help them with that. So they fill out the form. They submit an inquiry, which becomes a lead. Travis will take that lead and send it to auto transport brokers through and into a CRM. Then the auto transport broker takes that information and tries to convert it from a lead. It's been given a price. Once it's been given a price, it becomes a quote. And that's kind of standard. jTracker probably established the...
I got an idea.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a game. I just made this up. All right, we're going to play a game called is that a CRM or is it a TMS? Okay? CRM, we're talking auto transport broker software. TMS, we're talking carrier load inventory management software. Okay?
Yep.
If it's a vehicle ready to be transported, is it in a CRM or is it in a TMS?
A vehicle ready to be transported could be. Where did it start from? That's the question. Where did it start from?
Where did it start? Okay, so that lead that turned into an order started at a CRM?
CRM.
CRM.
It started as a CRM.
At a CRM.
Yep.
When it got transported and delivered, was it after it was born and it was in the transportation phase, is it in a CRM or a TMS?
Both.
It's in both. That was a fun game. I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do.
Sorry.
I know. It's hard. So here's what we're going to do.
Can I give you a scenario? I can give you a scenario.
Yeah, and while we do that, Ashley's going to join us, and she's going to... Yeah, but Mark, please.
And while Ashley talks, I'll try to relog in. It didn't take my my participant ID. That's why it's showing that. I'll try to relog in and see if I can do that. But an example. So an order, it comes in as a lead. It's been given a price. It becomes a quote. The quote becomes an order. It then posts to load boards, TMS's load boards, dispatch center, Super Dispatch. It's out there for carriers to say, I would like that load, send it to me. And as it sends to them, then they can manage it. They manage it to a carrier, and the carrier then responds back to the TMS, Super Dispatch, Dispatch Center, and then that TMS sends it back to the CRM. So the broker can see it has been picked up. Here's the inspection. Here's the pictures for the bill of lading. Here's the invoice. All of that comes from the TMS side of it and back into the CRM.
Perfect. And Cheli, to match
I hope
what you
that
said,
helped.
it did. And Cheli said the CRM is going to help you manage your leads to quotes and orders, and a TMS is going to help you manage the actual transporting part, which, as you said, Mark, will be mirrored in the CRM, right? So as it's happening
Yes.
in the TMS, that information is mirrored in the CRM. Daryl, hey, Jay came to
Correct.
find out about Mark's product so we can get to that. Yes. Perfect timing, Daryl. Because now, right, can you guys
Come on, Jay.
get on with the show? Okay, so Ashley's here, and she's gonna talk more about what kind of information you can get in the webinar.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself out. I'm gonna hang up and then try to redial back in so I can be on one screen.
Cool. In fact, here I'll put you in the waiting room.
Oh, okay, thanks.
All right. And then his audio too. I'm going to put his audio into Ashley. Ashley, can you see us and hear us okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't see you yet, but I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I just have a weird little icon instead of my video.
She's been
so, I will try to
sidelined.
So
it could be a video setting. Do you see in the video settings in your Zoom menu below? Could be that. Well, while you're testing that, let's see here. So what did I miss? Oh, CRM, TMS, DMS, IMS. Oh my, says Super Dispatch. It really is. CRM is not, and I think that's why. I think that's one of the reasons why. Listen, if it had been an announcement like, Cottrells will no longer be allowed on roads, that would have gotten a lot more attention. But just this, we're going to be sweeping a CRM. It's no big deal. Nobody cares. Who's going to make a ruckus? Besides, this industry is so fragmented anyways, who's going to talk about it? And like Mark said, here's what I don't understand. If there was a proprietary nature between jTracker and Central, why is this happening? That actually brings us back to why is this happening?
I think I'm telling you, the dealer buys the car, he can throw it on Central, or he can push a button and it goes to ready, or cars arrive. So if it doesn't get moved there, it'll eventually show up on. Hey, there she is. It'll eventually show up on Central, right?
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again. If what?
I guess I don't know enough brokers that are doing that kind of volume to where this is a really big issue.
Okay.
That's my problem. I'm
All
having
right,
a hard time figuring out. This is a really big problem.
Which is a reflection of our industry, because here's the deal. And Ashley might be able to verify some of this. There are hundreds of brokers that had relied on jTracker for years to manage their whole business. I mean, we're talking their contacts, their marketing campaigns, I mean, you name it. And then opened the mail a few weeks ago and it said, oh, great news. We're dispensing with your entire architecture right after the holidays, and we'll allow you to switch to these guys we say that are now, we now say this is the best way to go. Ashley, am I close?
Yeah, absolutely. There are hundreds of companies. I'm not sure how many they actually had on jTracker, but those companies, some of them process thousands and thousands of leads a month. And those are all individual shipments that need to be followed up on, priced, marketed to. And so touching back on, Ty, what you said earlier, it's not just a logistics management, it's a customer experience management, and it's doing all of that at once. So people are running their entire business through it. They're marketing to their customers. They're referencing back to last year's customers to market to them for this year. It's a huge deal for these people. Their entire business is just gone, essentially.
Well, now, Ashley, what was the way to get the data from one to the other? There was only somehow the jTracker would work with bats, but if you don't go to bats, good luck. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, but basically, we've had people come over since this happened. And we've had people come over in the past, for years as well. But they do seem to be really pushing people to only use their export feature that they have, which is basically you run some reports and you get a CSV file or an Excel file. But it doesn't really have everything matched properly the way that you would hope that it would. So there are some extra little details and complexities that go into importing that data. But we are able to take their whole customer history and bring it into our system, where I believe BATS is only doing the last 30 days.
Oh, wow. So you guys actually have the ability to take the entire data from jTracker to ProABD.
Yes.
Wow. Well, we need to get the word out, Jay.
Well, and also I like this. What's happening in the live chat is a side conversation, very good. Because Ant says carriers can post loads on Central Dispatch without a CRM, a TMS, jTracker, and everything works smoothly. But as Justin points out, yeah, but that's fine if you're doing one load here, one load there. But if you're posting 50 loads a day, that's not manageable. I mean, think of all the businesses in the U.S. and globally if QuickBooks was like, well, that's it. It's been fun. Have a good life. Really? Really? You're going to do that?
Absolutely. And this example is almost as if QuickBooks just decided they were going to shut down, along with Microsoft Office, along with anything else that you use. So now you can't access your customers. You can't see your contacts from Outlook. You can't see what you owe or how to charge people from QuickBooks. It's really a huge deal for all of these companies.
In fact, if Excel said, that's it, we're tired of being successful. What we want you to do is export everything to CSV files. You'll still have the data. It's all going to be commas and whatnot. But export everything to CSV files, and then here's this, this guy should work. This should be good. Let's go use that. Why? What's the hurry? Why is this happening so fast? And why is there only one alternative? I mean, really? That's how fragmented this industry is and how unknown this problem is. That it's just, here's some bad news in a letter, and we'll see you in 30 days.
Yeah.
So, Ashley, what do you do there at SuperFlo Systems?
I float between upper level customer service and lower level IT is kind of what I would describe myself as. So if anyone has kind of a technical issue, I do some, mediation between the two different departments, basically.
I got it. And how long have you been with SuperFlo Systems?
I've actually been here for about 10 years now. So I've really seen it come from, the start and to where we are now. And it's really it's been a ride. But, it's been great. So
you would know. You've been there for 10 years or so. You know the system, you understand it. So if I were to ask you, have you seen an influx of calls for this jTracker? You
for
would know.
Sure. Yes,
So
absolutely. Yes.
You have, quite a bit?
Quite a bit.
Wow. So it's benefiting you, but I guess I'm assuming it does create a little more work for you guys to get import the data from to.
Yeah, actually, importing the data is not really the hardest part. The largest issue that people face is that ProABD is just a lot different than jTracker. Ultimately, jTracker, you had a few buttons on a page and that was about it. ProABD, it looks different, it feels a little different, and so that's kind of the thing that people have to overcome when making that switch. Is it doesn't feel like home to them. Things aren't where they're comfortable with it, and so that's ultimately just supporting them and helping them and onboarding them with that process.
Wow, that would be a challenge, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But now, so has your experience been so far, people, even though it's different and they know they got to get used to it, are they still being kind and friendly? Or are they like, man, I hate jTracker, I hate this whole thing, I hate life? Or how's that working out?
I wouldn't say people are very worried. And, I certainly understand why they're worried. And especially as the time ticks down here towards the end of the year, they're facing, the reality that they won't be able to work in the new year. So if they don't make a switch to bats or somewhere else, they won't be able to run their company, certainly the way that it is now.
Wow.
So people are nice, but they are concerned.
No kidding. Well, that's a lot of great information. Jay, who do we have over here?
So we just added Cheli Garcia. She also helps out with Dispatch Center, ProABD, SuperFlo Systems. Cheli, please say hello to the Tuesday Nights Live audience.
Hi, I'm Cheli. I help with onboarding and also with as Ashley said, helping with small questions that you may have or needing to understand how to use your software. So
How long have you been there?
I'm fairly new. I'm about 4 months in.
Oh, wow. Have you figured it out?
Mostly. I still struggle a little bit, but I've come a long way, and I think what's really been cool about it was just seeing how easy it makes it for the broker. So, specifically talking about Ashley was saying, it saves you a lot of time and a lot of I guess when you're just working on one individual load, as we said with the carriers posting, they can do it without a CRM. But if you're posting a lot, you need to be able to manage that on something. And ProABD can really help you do that. There's so many helpful things in there, and it's really all in the setup. It's not even extremely complicated. It's just setting it up for yourself, and then it just makes your life so easy.
Well, that's a good point, Cheli, because are we going to get to see this anytime soon?
Yeah, we're going to go.
Cool.
Let's do that.
And as we do that, yep, you should be able to share your screen. As we do that, one of the things to think about here, because again, when you work in software, you know this, is that you may have been able to let a company know this is the software you need to switch to. But then for them to actually adopt it and get used to using it can be a whole nother matter.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can go ahead and I'll share my screen and go over just some slides. If you went to one of our webinars recently, some of this might look a little familiar, but we'll just go over some basics about the company, what it is, what ProABD does, and just kind of hit some high level items on that. And let's see, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So we do believe that ProABD is the best new home for your business. It's taken a long time for us to build this. We've been in the industry for a long time, and we know what you ultimately need to run your brokerage. ProABD, as we've talked about, is a CRM, and it's specifically made for the auto transport industry, and it's specifically made for auto transport brokers. There are multiple CRMs in the industry, but not all of them are made specifically for brokers. So there are little quirks, little pieces of information that are in ProABD that might not be in others. And it's built for you, basically. It's the culmination of over 20 years of experience in the auto shipping world. And we've really just tried to take every aspect of the business, from getting leads and pricing those leads to managing your orders, posting your order to the load board. We've tried to streamline it and improve it every step of the way. So ProABD is actually a second version, basically, of our flagship CRM. It used to be called Auto Broker Dispatch, and that had a nice long life. And then a few years ago, we did create a new version called ProABD. So this concept is actually well over 10 years old, and we just keep changing it and keep improving it. And then if you're a friend of the show, I guess, or watch it, you've probably heard some of these different things before. But these are just kind of what they actually are. So SuperFlo Systems is the parent company that owns these different products. So ProABD is our CRM that we're talking about today. But we also have Dispatch Center, which is our load board. And it's really the latest product that we've come out with. Transport Auto Quoter is our auto quoter, and that's a webinar on that tomorrow if you want to find out more about that. And it does have pro pricing, so that's what kind of sets it apart from other auto quoters in the industry. Is we keep up with the seasons, with weather events, with gas prices, everything that will impact the price for the carrier will need, basically. Seasons, routes, lanes, everything like that. We take that into account. Quotify is our order generation platform. So it's almost like buying leads, but you're buying orders essentially. So a broker would opt into the platform, and then they would display their price, basically auto bid for the customer's business. And then if the customer does choose you as the company they want to move their load, you're notified, you receive basic information about it, and then you're only charged if you opt to actually take that load. So there's not really much risk to that platform, and you're certainly not paying upfront. So you're only paying for what you actually try to move, essentially. And then Truckify is our mobile app for drivers that works with Dispatch Center. And those are our 5 main products. And ProABD and SuperFlo Systems, to my knowledge, is the only company suite of products that have a true end-to-end solution. So from receiving leads to quoting those leads, marketing to the customers, following up with the customers, all of that happens within ProABD. And then if that customer decides that they do want to place an order, all of those orders can be managed within ProABD. So you can reach out to your customers, certainly have a good customer experience, engage with them. Email marketing, text messages, everything to keep them updated along the way. We are integrated with authorize.net, so you can do your charging within ProABD. And you can calculate things like your employees' commission for your salespeople. You can run the entire aspect of your business through our program. So then once you're ready to post your order to the load boards, you can do that with just a single click of a button, and it posts to multiple load boards. jTracker, you could only go to Central, but with ProABD, you can go to Central Dispatch, Dispatch Center, Super Dispatch, 123 Load Board, and Truck Stop. And then once your loads have been posted and you have a driver that wants to take it, we integrate with Truckify, which is our app, and as well as Super Dispatch. And so there are various integrations that happen with that. So you can have some GPS tracking, have the bill of ladings and the inspection reports and the photos come back in real time as soon as they're available. So you don't have to wait for that anymore for people to send them in or anything like that. And you can just kind of stay on top of what's happening. And so from a lead all the way to a delivery and bill of lading, you can do it all within our umbrella of products, basically.
Whoa, that was amazing.
And then ProABD, why we think it's an upgrade from jTracker. I mentioned our auto quoter, and we truly believe it's the best in the industry, especially when you're quoting things that aren't in a metro. So it's kind of easy to get a price from a city to a city, but if you're going from a city to the middle of nowhere off a country road, that's much more difficult to price accurately. And we really think that we do it. We think we hit the mark pretty well. Unlimited email templates, jTracker, to my knowledge, previously, at least I believe they still do, limit what you can send and how many you can send. We do not do that. So we encourage you as a broker to create as many emails for your customers that you need and to make them as unique as possible. So we do have a full HTML editor for you to use to really brand it to be, your company's email. A lot of jTracker companies, all of their emails kind of look the same. Ultimately, you have a logo, some information, and then something at the bottom. But you can really just brand away on your stuff with ProABD. Sending text messages to customers and carriers. Definitely everyone wants to get a text now instead of a call or anything like that. So you can do that in ProABD. We talked about posting to multiple load boards. My carrier network is actually one of my favorite features of ProABD. When you have an order, you can actually kind of get a list of carriers that we think will be interested in moving that load. So we take a lot of the data that we have from over the years, and we show you a list of all of the carriers that have recently ran the route of your order, the reversed route of that order, or have their home base, their company address, near the origin or destination. And then you are able to send an email or a text message to those carriers, just letting them know, hey, I have this load. It looks like something that you've ran before. Do you want it? Are you interested? And if they are, they can submit a load request online and you can just accept it right then and there. That kind of goes along with online dispatching. So with Dispatch Center and my carrier network, you're able to request a load online. You don't have to pick up the phone to call the broker. So as a carrier, you can call the broker or not call the broker to request the booking. And then we also integrate with ePods of Truckify and Dispatch Center.
Yeah, Ashley, not meaning to interrupt you here, but that was just one thing that that had occurred the other day, specifically talking about posting to multiple load boards at once. Central Dispatch had gone down, and so jTracker, they weren't posting anywhere. All of the jTracker brokers were not posting anywhere, and they're referring everyone over to BATS. BATS is only posting to Central. We post to multiple load boards. We post to our load board. We post to Super Dispatch. We post to Central. So even if one load board is down, you still have that opportunity to get your loads dispatched because you're being shown on multiple load boards.
Yeah.
Good point. Really good point.
That is a great point. And it was kind of strange that Central went down right then. And it was almost right after they made their announcement. So that was just, I don't know, it felt very strange that they were completely down for a while. So that is good. So yeah, everything that we were posting was going elsewhere, just not to Central. And I think that concludes my portion
Cool.
of what I was going to show. So.
Oh, you got something else you want to show? Take it. Or no?
I
took it.
I
You're
think
done.
Mark might be. I'm not really
No,
sure.
You're good.
But...
You're good. I took it away from you. We're back into Brady Bunch mode. Here's the idea. Here's an idea. I think it's time to bring Emma from Super Dispatch up in here. Does that make sense? Is it a good time for that? So the live chat is lively. That's excellent. Thank you so much for posting. And yeah, I mean 30 days. 30 days. Definitely not 90 and not even 60. The amount of lead time that was given before this. And I don't know if we've had as controversial as a topic of this before, but this is a great time to introduce Emma Pearl of Super Dispatch. Emma, can you see us and hear us okay?
Yes, is everyone able to see and hear me?
We see you, we
Good.
hear you. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us on Tuesday night. Please tell us more about you, Super Dispatch, and integration with ProABD.
Well, my name is Emma Pearl, and I'm with Super Dispatch. I'm really excited to be here tonight to talk a little bit about one of the integrations we have with CRMs. I work on our TMS software, but we have some integrations with CRMs, one of those being with ProABD. It's a new tool that's going to allow both of our customers to utilize each other's tools. So that's what we want to talk about tonight.
Okay,
Whoa.
hot potato,
Hey, Emma.
not me. Ty.
Yeah. So you're at Super Dispatch. Say that one more time, if you don't mind, because that was really good. And I think everybody needs to hear it again.
Yeah, so Super Dispatch has an integration with ProABD, and that's one of the things I want to talk about tonight. So a ProABD broker can post to Super Dispatch's load board, and then that gives them access to our carrier network. We have over 4,000 verified carriers that use our load board, and those updates are going to go back and forth. And then brokers using our TMS software that have communicated they have a little bit of a need for a CRM are able to use ProABD's software to get that lead generation need met, like they were talking about earlier.
Wow. Okay, so the reason I had to say that again is because I knew I'd catch something else. So you guys, Super Dispatch, you guys have around 4,000 carriers. That's what I heard you say.
They're verified carriers. So
Verified carriers.
yeah, on Super Dispatch, we have a compliance team that vets carriers. So we validate their W-9, cargo insurance, and USDOT.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay, so as a broker or somebody that moves a lot of cars, this came up the other night, Jay, wasn't it? When we were talking about what does a broker need? Carriers? But anyway.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
A broker does need carriers. A broker without carriers is
Is nothing, right? This industry is about relationships, and our tools are about bringing them together. And at Super Dispatch, we keep hearing these tools are siloed and segmented, and we really want to start to bring it together. So we have tools on the shipper side that communicate with our app. They go back and forth to give those updates. And now we're connecting through integrations with other CRMs like ProABD.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a really cool thing, seeing that I haven't seen that yet with Super Dispatch, but I remember like I think it was either today or yesterday, but I had a question, and they had asked, is everything going to update from Super Dispatch into ProABD? And Mark was like, yeah, yes, everything's going to update. It's going to mirror the same way that our TMS does into our CRM. Yours will too. And I think that's going to be really cool to see as well. It's going to make everything work very smoothly and
yeah,
better.
exactly. And it's really exciting, as obviously this transition from jTracker is not ideal for anyone, the way that it's gone about. But as customers are transitioning to our tools, we already have numerous customers that have come from jTracker that are now fully onboarded on Super Dispatch and are moving loads. And I'm getting feedback how awesome it is and how exciting it is that they have access to these tools and aren't needing to, connect things manually. We have these automations and integrations.
So just curious, how do you find these people?
I think they're looking, right? Like they're kind of out in the lurch and they had to find something. Yeah,
actually, that's good point. Right now, probably for the past 2 weeks, and that's another thing. It's an invisible scramble. Nobody can see the hundreds of businesses literally scrambling to figure this out. And in the scramble, and this is the bet, right? Where's my poker chips? The bet is that all those scramblers will just trust us again. I don't know why, but we're banking on that. That's why there's only 30 days.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of that is why people have started their business on jTracker, and they've been hesitant to leave jTracker just because it's comfortable, and it integrates so well with Central Dispatch. And now they've kind of had that loyalty to something that felt so comfortable, and it was so great for their process that they had. And now they have to start over. So I don't know. I think that's why they are just following blindly to what they're told to do, basically.
And I just want to hammer it again, because that fear, the fear is, so on December 31st, what happens? You can't access any of your past consumer. That's it. It's gone, right? Just flushed.
Yeah, unless they're using other systems as well. So like an accounting system would maybe have some of that information. So at Super, that's been the huge concern for customers that are migrating is what are we going to do with our data? So similar to what you're talking about, there are ways to pull that in via CSV. Obviously, there are concerns there with the field mapping, but it's being worked on to make sure that as an industry and as a community, we're not leaving people out with their data, because we know data is key, right? It's technology, and technology is powered by data, so we have to have access to that. And I know there are some limits on the amount of data that can be migrated, but I think with both of our tools, you're able to migrate all of it, which is also huge for people that are looking for a new CRM solution.
Or what if this was a way to massively purge? Okay, all right, Jay, slow down, take it easy. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring in Justin and Alex of All American Truck and Transport, because I can't speculate live all on my own. Alex, can you see me and hear me okay?
I can see you and hear you, brother.
All right. By the way, oh, whoops, wrong button there. Everybody else on the panel right now is like, well, Jay, you're not speculating live. We're here. Cheli's here, Emma's here, Ashley's here. Ty, you've been asking great questions. So let's do this. I'm gonna have Alex first, and then Justin introduce themselves, and then I'm gonna hand the microphone back to Ty. Starting with you, Alex.
Thank you. Yes, my name is Alex Pelka from Move Auto, All American Trucking and Transport out of Burlingame, California.
My name is Justin Barron. I'm the vice president at Move Auto. We ship about 12,000 cars a year, and we've been doing so since 1996.
Great to have you gentlemen with us. Thank you so much. Ty.
Yeah, so you said, are you guys asset-based as well? Do you guys have trucks and trailers? Is that what I heard? I'm sorry.
We're 100% on it, non-asset based.
Okay, all right. So brokers, you guys are brokers, and you move about 12,000 cars a year?
Yes, sir.
Wow, and how long have you guys been around?
27 years.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
We operate under the radar.
Wow, good job. Okay, what are some of the, so have you guys used a CRM, I'm assuming, yes?
Yeah, we've used jTracker for the last 11 years, and before that we were on Microsoft Word documents.
Ah, okay, so now we've got some real people. This is now, ooh, it's going to get juicy, exciting. Okay, so you've used jTracker, so we finally found somebody that knows what it is. What is it?
Yeah, so I know what it is. I have a lot of experience with it. I started with it when it was in its infancy. I continued with it even when they told me they were not going to develop it anymore. So it is both a CRM and a TMS. The whole appeal, like right now I looked while we were in the waiting room, I have 43 different orders on Central, and I have a combination of 73 different postings, right? So I have a team of 4 dispatchers, and they need to be able to go through and like flip this stuff and move it around, right? So I've looked at Salesforce as well as a number of different other CRMs, and what always like kept us addicted to jTracker was the fact that we could so easily post and unpost these loads and move them around with carriers, right? So that was always like the really strong addiction. And then even though when we heard jTracker was 5 years ago not going to put any more money into development, we looked at other CRMs, including ProABD, who we've been with for 2 weeks now and is amazing. We'll get into that later. But we looked at them, and the only reason we did not switch to ProABD back then was just because the integration with Central was not totally there. So it's kind of funny, like if there's one thing I can definitely retroactively say, it's that I wish we'd switched to ProABD as soon as the integration to Central was available. It's totally doable in 30 days. And I'd like to have somebody come on and tell me that they're shipping more cars than us and why it's not doable, because we're doing it. We're making the transition. But it would be nice to have a little bit more time. That said, I think that we've worked with Mark and Ashley, who have been absolutely amazing, as well as the team at Super Dispatch, who's taught us how we're going to be using their load board in the future. And I think that we have a completely solid plan, and it sounds crazy, but looking at 10 days left in the year, I think that's plenty of time for us to transfer over.
Oh, wow. This is really, I didn't know you guys were going to be on here. This is really neat because I love to hear, you know, Jay and I sit here and speculate all day long about this. And you said it. The big advantage, and I think that's what Mark was talking about, was the fact that you can take that load and shove it to central and pull it off like that, right? That was the addiction.
Yep.
Feed that addiction, and that's interesting too, that you're aware of your own addiction. I think that's like a high five. Good job. But explain that, right? There's a reason that you're addicted to that. What is it?
Basically, you have to look at like labor costs, right? I could buy a jTracker membership for $200-300 a month plus $50 a seat. And if I can get that system in jTracker to basically allow one dispatcher to focus on unposting and reposting between 50 and 125 orders every single day, then that's saving the labor of us having to go to central dispatch and post and unpost those manually. And the thing to recognize about central dispatch is if you just update a price, that does not generate a new email that goes out to all the carriers that are watching that lane. You need to unpost and repost that move for that move to generate an actual email to the people that you need to see it, right? So it allowed us to just plow through this massive amount of labor, because we have our own direct carriers for about 50% of our loads, but the other 50% we have to go to central for, right? So that 50%, it made the management of that 50% where we had to go to central easy enough that we were able to sort of like overlook some of the other awesome stuff available in other CRMs before, because that was so cool. But now ProABD does it. So there's like, it's like, even if jTracker was not disappearing, we should still be switching over to ProABD, right? Because ProABD has like way more functions. One of which is it plugs directly into with the Super Dispatch. And like Emma already pointed out, when you've got like ballpark 11,000 carriers, was the last time I looked. I don't know what it is on Central now, but last time I looked, it was 11,000. And then you can take Emma's 4,000. I'm going to tell you that's going to work because Mark's already getting carriers on our cars through his load board. And I know he doesn't have 4,000. I don't mean that negatively. I just mean when you take and you put Super Dispatch in and you're essentially increasing your carrier capacity by 30 or 40%, depending what the crossover is on Central, right? And you're giving us that platform to post to Mark's load board, to Super Dispatch, and then still to jTracker. Like, why would you not move? There is not a single other CRM, regardless of what your use case is, there's not a single other CRM that lets you interact with, like, you'd call it the top two, Super Dispatch and Central.
That's really good. Jay, for some reason, I think you're biting at this one. I can tell. Are you?
Well, as I told everybody, I got to try to stay in the back seat because I talked nonstop. I mean, everyone heard me go on and on and on. But, but here's what I want to say.
Jay, I want to interject really quick.
Yes, great.
Correct something.
There we go.
The 4,000 carriers, or how many carriers our compliance team has vetted for those documents I mentioned, Super Dispatch has roughly 10,000 carriers in our carrier network.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just wanted to correct that there. It's a little bit more. That's just the vetted and verified carriers are the 4,000.
That's pretty incredible.
Emma, that's a good point. And to ask, John, is that right? I'm sorry. Yeah, Justin, I'm sorry. Justin, to ask Justin, how important is it to vet a carrier? Because I think, didn't Mark say that you can actually do that within the ProABD?
You can vet it within ProABD very simply, actually a lot easier than you can in Central or in jTracker. So ProABD offers a MC check, and it's not just like you're relying on their information. It's actually pulling it like live from the .gov. So it's a super real thing. How important is vetting a carrier? My entire business portfolio every year is repeat business. I ship for professional sports teams and major corporations. I lose way more than just one move if I don't properly vet a carrier.
Oh, I can imagine. That can really hurt you, right?
Tremendously. Actually, it hurt my partner Alexander here the most. He's our director of business development that has to deal with the fallout of poor carrier situations.
Yeah. So, but you've been able to use this feature within ProABD. You like it? It's slick. It's smooth. It works. You're in.
Yeah, it's totally slick. It's totally smooth, and it works really well. And there are like some things, obviously, with switching over to like any new CRM, like Ashley and Cheli kind of pointed out. You know, it's not jTracker, right? But like, great, forget jTracker. Like, it's a thing of the past. There's no reason to dwell on it. There's no point. Like, the point is, we have to move forward. And when you're a business that's the size of ours, moving at our pace with 29 employees, like, you can only have time to focus on solutions right now, right? So in working with ProABD, Mark, Cheli, and Ashley, like, I can't even begin to say how different they are than some of the other CRM companies that we interviewed, like Groteke and CarShip.io. And I'm not saying that those companies are bad. I'm just saying those companies have a lot more of that like traditional software company feel. Whereas ProABD is like a group of people that are right here, and they're going to take care of you, and they're going to make sure that you know what is going on. And honestly, Emma, we got that same feeling from Super Dispatch too, and we're just a different business model is why we can't use the Super Dispatch CRM. But I can say that all of our dealings with Super Dispatch have been equal in customer service as has been like with ProABD. And I also think that ProABD and Super Dispatch are two extremely different systems. And this is important, like from a non-biased opinion for, I think, any brokers to understand. If you're like doing a situation where you quote it and you have like referral sources that you need to attribute to an order, and you're going to like chase down that quote and follow it through, and then like the customer service team do it, okay, that's ProABD, right? If you're like a person that's buying and shipping cars and you want to input orders and move it around quickly and get them dispatched, that's Super Dispatch, right? So they are very different use cases, right? So then when you compare ProABD to all of the other CRMs, there are 4 that we talked about earlier, there's really no comparison in terms of the customer service, the product offering, the ease of use, and like the maneuverability for the business.
That's great. Now, Jay, I don't know for sure, but we have 1 or 2 more coming.
So check this out. All right, Mark has been invited back. He's waiting in the wings. But we've got Travis. Okay, check this out. This is cool. We have Travis. I'm going to let Travis introduce himself, but he is our special guest. Travis, please say hello and tell us a bit more about you and your role in the auto transport ecosystem.
How you guys doing? I'm Travis with iRelo, and what we do is we do lead gen for the auto transport brokers. So we don't movemycar.com. So we generate the leads for the brokers. So someone would go to our website, fill the form. We gather that information, first name, last name, email, phone number, where they're moving to and from, the make and model of the vehicle. Then we send it out to the brokers. Then they make the phone calls and follow up on that lead. So that lead would go to the CRM, and that's where those guys nurture that lead and then do the follow-ups and try to book the order while they're competing with the other brokers. So that's what we do, help out the brokers.
And Travis educated us on, the thing is that there are times and places, and this got hit upon earlier with Mark, where the lead generation system is, Travis, for some customers, it really is their best method.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're starting off as a broker, I mean, or you're going to, you get your broker's license, you pop up your website. Just because you have that doesn't mean people are going to go to your site and request quotes. So what we do is do like pay-per-click advertising on Google. So you see those advertisements at the top? That's what we do. So they fill those forms out. And then we send that information. So we have 2 campaigns. One, if you fill it out, it goes to like 5 auto transport brokers. So then there's 5 brokers calling them, competing for their business, saying, this is the price, this is what we can move it for, this one we can pick it up. So that's what we do. So we help them get started, then keep it going. And we have, I don't even know how many brokers we have on board anymore. We've been doing this for 20 plus years. I think we have like 100 plus brokers on board. So we have quite a few brokers.
Wow.
Yes, and that's what everyone with this jTracker thing, and my phone has been blowing up. I get like 10 phone calls a day, people asking me like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, hey, you don't have to use bats. See, that's the biggest thing. Everyone thinks you have to use bats. Yeah, there's other CRMs out there you can use. That's the biggest thing. Everyone's so mad, like they're forcing us to go to bats. No, you don't have to go to bats. You can use other CRMs.
So did it? I mean, the side, but you brought it up. So did it makes you wonder? Did somebody buy something, or did somebody sell something, or was it just go away?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good question, because as Mark knows, selling software is tough because there's going to be a downtime, right? That's why everyone's so nervous about changing softwares. No matter what, there's a learning curve. There's going to be a downtime, and nobody wants to have that downtime. No matter what, even if you're going to make way more money down the road, they don't see that. They say, I'm going to be down, like I'm going to lose some money for a month or two by the time I learn. So that's what everyone's so nervous about. I mean, I get it, but it's well worth it at the end. You have to, play the long game.
Well, I'm just excited. I got to finally meet the guy that does the Google Leads.
There's a lot of bad rep out there for that.
This is the mysterious Google Lead guy. Wow. Yeah, that's him.
It's not fun working with Google. And they raise prices all the time, doing a pay-per-click we do different lead gen for like the moving company, security. So we've been doing this for a long time, but
Well, what's funny is I talk to people all the time because sign up. Okay, that's me trying to impersonate Jay, but people call in and they want to be a broker, and they always say, I always say, who's your customer? They always say, well, I was just going to buy Google Leads, and I say, well, I don't know how that'll work for you, because I think I've heard it's kind of expensive. Number one. Number two, once you get the lead, you got to call. You might be the 30th person to call this guy, and he's had it by now. Then it keeps snowballing. And I'm like, man, I'm not sure if I want to play that game. But
yeah,
they call you.
It's right? A process. It's a process. It's not a one call close. Someone felt like, the people actually fill out a quote form to actually ship a vehicle. It might be 30% overall, to actually ship a vehicle. You have to remember, a lot of people, if you ask 10 people how much does it cost to ship a car from Arizona to New York, you might get people saying $10,000 to $200. People just don't know. So they have to get that quote.
They don't know. Well, it really is cool to meet you, because I do talk about you a lot. I didn't even know you were real, but man, this is like it's the Google Lead guy. No, what we need to do, write my phone number down and text me 417-483-2764. So when these new people call and they want the Google Leads, I'll just send them to you. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. Yes, we're always trying
That's what our network is.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Everyone thinks lead guys are, do business the wrong way, but you have to remember, we can't grow our business unless these brokers are successful too. That's, you buy more leads, and it helps us out, and you guys close more deals. It's more of a partnership. A lot of people, they get, it's a lead guy, they're selling me old leads. No, not us. We want you guys to be successful, book more orders, make more money. You buy more leads, It
totally makes sense. And again, I don't know where you came from or how Jay found you, but I really am happy that I got to. I can't tell you, I really am happy. I know.
Yeah, I've known Mark. I've known Mark for a long time, so I've known him for a very long time.
They've been keeping you away from me. There must be a reason. We'll talk tomorrow.
That sounds good, my man.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you for coming.
And speaking of, perfect timing. This is the time. I talked about, so we're at a carnival, and we're on the log ride, all right? And we're just headed up over the big hill, and they're going to drop us, and we're going to go down the big ramp, and water's going to go everywhere, and there's going to be a photographer there. All right. Now, luckily, I think there's 2 photographers on this ride. So here comes the first one. I'm going to hit the applause button. When I hit the applause button, when you hear this applause, we crank it up. This is your moment to high five, yell, scream, thumbs up, whatever it is. I never know exactly what I'm going to do either. Here comes the photographer. Okay, excellent. Excellent, arms up. Now this next wave is huge. Here's the photographer. That's it. In the books. Going on LinkedIn. Look for that this week.
Can you hear me now, Jay?
I hear you. So back to you, Mark. What do you think is going on
Thank
here?
you.
Yeah.
Man, I love my team. I love my partners. I love my customers. You guys were awesome. That was great. Yeah. And Zoom gave me a participant ID that matched, so I didn't have two things going on now. So that was cool. It was great.
And actually, there's been some really cool sharing of information. And you know what's neat? When you look at the screen and the integration, what's happening here, the communication about the integration in various verticals in this industry, we have definitely gone beyond the fuel island, folks.
You are definitely beyond the fuel island. 2022 is you're going to keep that trajectory and keep pushing. Your audience is not just the car hauler anymore. It is I'll bet there might even be somebody from those other guys watching tonight or who catch it tomorrow.
So speculation would have it that there is a little bird that speaks to another little bird that speaks to the big nest. And so that's why the goal here is to keep it professional. But I think it's, as the lawyers will say, turnabout is fair play. If you're going to give your customers 30 days without much of an evacuation, then it's okay that we talk about it. Fair?
I agree.
Fair. All right, cool. Hey, what else do we have here? We're coming up. We're near the end. Is there any other burning topic in it? Yeah, Ty.
Yeah. Oh wait, here's a T-shirt. Go ahead, Mark.
Oh
T-shirt.
yeah, Mark. Yeah. Hold that up again, Mark.
Yep. Dispatch Center T-shirt. Anybody who goes to help me at jTrackeralternative.com and says, I would like a Dispatch Center T-shirt. We've got a new shipment in, and Lori's been busy sending them out to carriers. So if you're a carrier and you wondered where the T-shirt was, it's on the way or closely on the way. And from our friends at Crown Point Printing in Crown Point, Indiana, they can give somebody like that. They are great guys. They have helped us out a lot. We just got a large shipment in, and we have T-shirts, the ones that were going out for carriers that we have scheduled, and anybody at help me at jTrackeralternative.com and ask for a T-shirt, you can have it.
Wow. Help me.
That's
what?
awesome.
Help me what?
And it's in the live chat, and because they sent it to me. Help me at jTrackeralternative.com. What? I'm just reading the email.
Hey, I got a good one. Okay, so we're sitting here talking. I throw my phone number out. While we're talking, I get a text. Travis, somebody texted me trying to get your info.
Okay.
So I wouldn't put your phone number out. But
yeah.
His name's not even Travis. It's so funny.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll get it straight. Yeah. So anyway, how do we get a hold of the Google Lead guy?
Yeah. The best thing is just give me a phone call or just email me, Travis at ireload.com. I'll be able to help you out too.
Travis?
I'll give you my... Yep, Travis at the letter ireload.com. So Travis at ireload.com.
Relo, R-E-L-O?
IRELO.com.
Yeah.
And hey, that's really good on that. So who else wants to share an email in the live chat?
Well, you should put Emma's in there, and then they move, guys.
Throw mine in there. If anyone wants Super Dispatch T-shirts, throw it in the chat. Whatever let's get T-shirts out all around. My email is Emma at superdispatch.com. Very easy to remember.
T-shirts and info.
We've got that. He'll send any of those T-shirts out.
And there it is. It's in the live chat.
I've got to meet Emma maybe once or twice, and I've seen Emma knows her stuff, and she's really good. I'm gonna just tell everybody
Yep.
that
We met Emma at Used Car Week.
We did,
Oh,
yeah.
and you were also at Car Conference.
Yeah, Super Dispatch was at both.
Did you see the Automotive Trade Shows show a week ago? And even if not, that's all right. I won't take it personally. What's your next Automotive Trade Show? You going to NADA?
Yeah, we are. We've got a couple up in the works. We're really excited. Going to go represent Super Dispatch. If you see me, come say hi. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to connect with anyone. So yeah, looking forward to more conferences, seeing everyone again. It's been really fun. I saw Mark at Used Car Week. That was fun, how we got connected here.
Absolutely.
That's good. Okay, so the next is Alex and Alexander and Justin, right?
Yeah.
Alexander, you didn't even get to talk, but I'm so happy you came.
Don't worry about it. Happy to be here.
Well, you do. What is it again?
Alex is
Development?
like, yeah, Jay does all the talking.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, I do business development, and I guess with being on the show and the transition from jTracker to ProABD, it's really about making sure we get all our referrals over from jTracker, which is not exportable. You're not able to, unless jTracker is not letting us do it, but we essentially have to take 3,000 referrals that we have over the last 11 years into jTracker, transfer over to ProABD. So we've just been working rigorously to just clean up the referrals and making sure they get over to the new system so that when they export all our old orders and quotes and current quotes and orders over, everything links up. And that way we're not skipping a beat with our refers. In the event you have to reach out to one of them, if anything happens with one of our mills.
It really is a big deal. I try to pretend like it's not, and I don't like technology, but after, I'm really happy you guys came on. Mark, thanks for bringing Move Auto on. I really do. I'm thankful. Here's what I'm really happy about, guys. Just so you know, this is an interesting. Jay and I haven't talked about this, so Jay, hang on. But okay, Jay's got a background. I've got a background. We all have a background. But as Jay's been building this show and it's been growing and this and that, there's times where I'm sure I wonder how this is going to work out. Like, we're buddies with these people and we're kind of buddies with these people. And so they're cool. And I don't know if am I reading between too many lines? Is everybody following?
No, because we've connected so many dots now. The picture's starting to fill in. Are they friends? Are they competitors? And ultimately, it's just a giant ecosystem.
Well, ultimately, I think it's David and Goliath and grassroots. And I'm all about grassroots. And for me to be on the show tonight is really awesome. I'm happy. I'm thankful. But to sit back and to watch from start to today and to see the faces here, the names, the companies, the people, that's a really big deal. You guys may not know it that's watching this, or the people that are on the screen right now. You may not really understand what I'm saying, but this is really big. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
I second that. It is a big deal. Number one, shameless plug, won't see it anywhere else, Auto Transport Intel. But number two, no, seriously, it really is. It's neat. We've really opened the lines of communication. And if you don't, how about this? If you don't know who's on screen, then welcome to the party. We hope to inform you. If you do know, then you know that this doesn't happen very often.
No. And you never get to see the Google Leads guy.
Hey!
I'm going to watch that again.
This guy. I like that.
I can't believe I got to meet the Google Leads guy. I'm so excited. I really am.
This is so cool, man.
Oh, awesome. Awesome show. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, man. Thank you, guys. I think that this is the proper time to thank all of you and let you go. Ashley, Cheli, Emma, Alex, Justin, Travis, Mark, and Ty. Thank you all so very much for taking the time to hang out with us on a Tuesday night.
Thank you.
Have a happy holiday, and thank you.
Merry Christmas. Happy New
Thanks,
Year.
Jay. Merry Christmas,
Absolutely.
everybody.
You as well, everyone.
Absolutely. Everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Talk to everybody soon.
And that meeting is over. See you, Mark. Happy holidays, buddy.
Okay.
Merry
Okay,
Christmas.
thank you. You too,
Thank
Jay.
you so much.
Thanks.
Oh, and there we go. I let him go. I just, what I did is I pulled it right from the handbook. I gave him 30-day notice, pushed him over the clip, and Merry Christmas. So, everybody, thank you guys so much for jumping in the live chat. And I appreciate everybody that joined the show tonight. And shout outs to, thank you so much in the super chat to Ty and Mark and Super Dispatch. Thank you so much, Chris Chamberlain. And, oh my gosh, thank you all so much for the super chats, your participation, your support. And even without the super chats, if you tuned in, if you chimed in the live chat, Sideshow the producer, I tell you what, buddy. Did you know? Oh, wow, Gary, that's so cool. Hey, Mary Super Chat. Thank you so much, Gary at Gartha Logistics. Gary is a broker, and this was a broker show. That is what's neat. I like how we kind of travel around the verticals. That's why I like that one slide. We don't hit OEMs very often. I think the OEMs are coming. I think that's coming next because we've hit the auctions several times. We've hit the dealers several times. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Really? Checking the audio again at the end of the show, Jay? Yeah. I really do appreciate everybody in the live chat. Oh, that's what I wanted to say is this one is for Sideshow the producer. Go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, and we're not like, you're not getting spammed and all this stuff. All you're doing is you're getting on a list where we can better get a hold of you. You're at least in a database of some type out there floating around. You'll get on the email list, and it's the fastest way to talk to Ty. Because ultimately, that's what you want to do, Sideshow. You want to talk to Ty. Ty can either give you equipment advice, talk to you about growing your carrier business, or if you're an owner looking to get in a driver, he can talk to you about the pitfalls thereof. Maybe even talk you out of the whole darn thing entirely. He does that too. Or point you in the right direction of maybe somebody in our member network. Maybe you need DOT compliance, you need Brian Riker. Or maybe you'll need insurance, so you go over to Lionel. Or maybe, hey, maybe you work at an auction and you're looking for imaging and you need to talk to Black Widow. Whoever it is, he helps point you in the right direction. And so, thank you so much for those questions. And I see so many happy, smiling faces in the live chat via text. I read the letters like the Matrix, and I can see the images. So thank you so much with your trees and your hands and your diamond skies. Thank you so very much. Again, the panel, the live chat, and Murphy Auto Transport, ACV Auctions, Black Widow Imaging, SuperFlo Systems. Thank you so much, everybody. That is it. It is the end of the show. Christmas is right around the corner. What we're going to do next Tuesday, it's after Christmas, before New Year's, last show of the year, we're going to try to do an ATI 2021 shows recap. I don't even know exactly how that's going to go. But please join us if you've got time. It's Tuesday. What are you doing Tuesday? You ain't doing nothing. And I know you're busy. But if you're not doing anything, please join us and bring your Christmas trees. That would be sweet. Oh yeah. Next Tuesday is the last 8 p.m. Central show. Starting next year, that's that first show in January, I'm going to start 1 hour earlier. I'm not looking forward to that. But I want to help out the East Coast. That's January 4th. So, you should just get the alerts without having to do anything, the YouTube alerts and the whatnot. But, let me know. Hopefully that helps. I'm just trying to be helpful. So thank you so much. Let us know what we can do for you. Send in the news. autotransportintel@gmail.com. Get on the podcast. Thank you very much if you're listening on the podcast. If you're watching on demand, put it in the comments below. Thank you in general. Really do appreciate it. You're part of the ecosystem, and we need everybody. And what we keep seeing is, right, that we need more drivers, we need more carriers, and if you're a driver or carrier, you're like, really? Well, That's why we need more information, and this is the resource. This is the Car Shipping Business Channel. You're watching Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Thank you so much. Here comes the car hauler. Have a good night. Have a happy holidays, and I'll see you soon. And if you're available, join us tomorrow on DOT Compliance, as usual, at noon with your questions. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Peace out. I really appreciate it.